Who were some of your biggest influences when you were growing up that inspired you to become a boxer?
That's a good question. I didn't start boxing until I was about 28. So boxing started out just as something for fun, and then I kind of fell into it. I can say, and as odd as this sounds, that I grew up in a neighborhood where we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have, there was social growth really wasn't promoted. It's more of survival. So when I saw Eminem kind of break out on the scene, and he was like, you know, the quote-unquote white trash, getting out there, that was really inspiring to me. Like, you know what, if he can do it, I can do it.
Which neighborhood?
Garrettson Beach.
Okay.
With getting into boxing so late, like how were you able to find successful so quickly? Was it just a matter of training or a combination of?
A matter of training and mindset. I think being older, I had my mind was more developed, knowing what it would take for me to get to the level that I really wanted to go. So I had that different focus that kids usually go all through, you know, grow up trying to find it. And I was already a parent, already a single parent, so.
I hear you're from the neighborhood, and you were the first woman ever to open up boxing here at Barclays. So what did that experience mean for you to be the first ever? You know, it's like a historical thing. So what did that mean for you?
It really kind of blew my mind. I remember when they built the Barclays Center. I feel like I've told this story so many times, but it's true. When they built the Barclays Center, and I was riding on the train to go to the gym, and they had the boxing posters up, I was like, man, I want that to be me one day. So I couldn't even tell you how satisfying it was when it actually happened.
But being a female fighter, I know there's a lack of female fighters. So how is it that you train with both female and male fighters, or how?
No,
what would you say your regimen would be?
I'll be honest with you. There isn't a lack of female fighters. There's just a lack of exposure for female fighters. So people think we're not there, but there are tons of us. We are school teachers. We are students, we are mothers, we are, you know, we are everything and everywhere.
Does that then kind of fall on the commissions to kind of build up women's fighters? Like if you look at New York City, they got Ronda Rousey and they promote her heavily.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. The networks, Showtime, ESPN, HBO have like anti-female fighter policies, and they won't put females on TV. And that is where a promoter makes his money. He looks at a prospect and he says, well, in 2 years I can get this kid on Showtime, then I'll make my money back. But knowing already that the females can't get that spot on Showtime, the promoters don't want to waste time on us. So it becomes, you know, Christy Martin, who is a famous female boxer, said once, as soon as one ticket is sold to a sporting event, it becomes a business, not a sport. So this is a business, and it's not the promoters discriminating against us, because they're just looking to make their money back. It's the networks that won't give us the airtime.
It's interesting that you mentioned Showtime, because when Showtime had Strikeforce, they had Ronda Rousey, they promoted women's MMA.
Sure, and they have, Showtime is the one network who said if we're presented with an attractive enough offer, we'll bite. But until that happens, no. And so here I am selling $30,000 in tickets for the fight. That's attractive.
Do you think like fighters like yourself and Ronda Rousey and others will help inspire these promoters and these TV companies to try to get more female fighting on the networks?
I sure hope so. I mean, I make just an effort to sell tickets as I do to win. So it's like part of the job of fighting to me, getting people in the seats and making these big venues, the people own the venues. I mean, when I can walk in and the guy that owns the Barclays, the president of operations, goes, Heather, how are you? Because I sell a lot of tickets. I mean, that's the kind of attention we need, to show that people will come and watch us fight, put us on TV, let us make money.
Is that something missing in fighters, a lot of fighters today, that they don't promote as much as maybe they should?
Well,
or that generalization?
I really can't speak for other fighters. I can only speak for myself. And what I saw when I started was that I knew that marketing myself was going to be the key to success. I just wasn't willing to accept that a female couldn't make a living in the same area that a man could. So I've kind of dedicated. I was like, all right, now I know what the next couple of years is going to look like.
What do you do to market yourself?
A lot of dumb stuff, you know, like I print up posters, I go to bars, a lot of my friends, like clients and stuff at the gym, own bars, and Devin's my coach and my manager, my partner, we do everything together. And he's been with me every step of the way, and it's really just the two of us. We go around to the bars, to restaurants, with speaking engagements, any way that I can get my name out there for someone to recognize me.
For someone who's never seen you fight, how would you describe your fighting style?
I'm a really aggressive fighter. I'm definitely not a boxer. When I came into Gleason's gym, Devon's sister, Alicia Ashley, is a 4-time world champion. I told her, I want to fight. She said, no, honey, you want to box.
What was the biggest difference for you? Like, cause you say that you're a fighter, so what was like the biggest difference for you, like between fighting and boxing? Because I know there's like different skill sets with that.
Yeah, it's a really good question. When I met Devon, he started teaching me about defense and not getting hit, and the not getting hit part was the part that I didn't really learn in the beginning when I was in karate and kickboxing. When I had my first fight, my cousin told me, I want you to act like they're dropping a tiger in the ring with you and only one person's getting out alive. So I tend to fight that way.
I noticed you had a lot of kids coming up to you, asking for your autographs, giving you, what does that mean?
It means everything to me. I actually, Dev and I work with a kids charity over at Gleason's gym, Give a Kid a Dream. And we take a lot of inner city kids that come in from recommendations, parole officers, guidance counselors and stuff. And we've been with this charity for about 4 years. And some of these are like my children, like my real kids, you know. So.
How special is that for you to be able to positively shape somebody, you know, be a positive role model and be a positive influence, not only as a person but in the world of sports?
Yeah, it means everything to me. It was hard coming up. I had it hard coming up, and I didn't have somebody like that. So to know that I can be that for someone else, just what could be better?
What would be your best piece of advice? Like if a young up-and-coming fighter were to come up to you and ask for the best piece of advice?
I would say don't quit. Because, and this goes for not just fighting, but everything you do. Because there's always that really hard time that it's like God is making you prove you deserve it. So don't turn around, just keep going.